Welcome back to the Jam for Joy, Yes and Exercise, and we're giving you some games that can help your support groups, both in connection and in sharing and in people getting the most they can out of their time together. And this game is a simple one. It's called What's Not Wrong with Your Life? And it's phrased exactly like that, even though it might sound strange. Uh, by using it that way, we build toward gratitude. And gratitude, as Michael J. Fox has told us, is what makes hope sustainable. So we want to lean into actually cultivating gratitude within ourselves, within our groups, within our community, and open the doors towards what that might do for us. Okay. So here's how the game works. A person in this case, in a group sense, can just say, "What's not wrong with your life?" and start going around the group. They can also do it individually. So let's play as a group first. We'll show you that and we'll collectively do this. And then I'll show you the individual version as well. So in this case, I will be the asker, and I'll just go ahead and I'll ask people, what's not wrong with your life? And you can say anything from the silly to the sublime about what's not wrong with your life. Just one simple thing. All right. So let's start with Amy. Amy, what's not wrong with your life?
My husband brings me chocolate randomly.
John, what's not wrong with your life?
I had a wonderful massage just before coming onto the line today.
Daryl, what's not wrong with your life?
I can see.
Brad, what's not wrong with your life?
The blue skies of California are right outside.
Paula, what's not wrong with your life?
I was going to say kind of what Brad did. The beach is just a block away from me.
Russ, what's not wrong with your life?
I have family and friends who support me doing what I want to do and also protects me from me doing what I want to do.
Carl, what's not wrong with your life?
I have a wonderful wife.
Karen, what's not wrong with your life?
I have friends here.
Oh, Rachel, what's not wrong with your life?
I'm halfway there.
Oh, beautiful. Susan, what's not wrong with your life?
I have friends who are helping me learn to write.
That's beautiful. So we start to be affected by each other when we listen as we play, right? We can develop themes. What themes did you hear? What were some of the repeated things that came up in the gratitude as we heard each other? Karen?
Once we started talking about being within the group, it kind of started staying in the group as far as the opinions.
It became about the group, didn't it, in some way? John, yes?
Gratitude for friends and family.
Friends and family, for those of us right in front of each other. And isn't that interesting? And I think it happens within support groups too, as well as it happens within family. We can look right past those that are here for us if we're not being grateful for the fact that they're merely here. The fact that they're actually here, not merely, they're actually here. So showing gratitude for each other and our presence and the blue skies, our environment, the things right around us. So I'm grateful for this drink of water. Those things can take us all the way back to, okay, this is who we are and what we're capable of, as opposed to an externalization where we might be upset about what is wrong with my life. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this now in a one-on-one form. And you'll see how this can be played. You can do this in a breakout, and how I would suggest this is break people into groups of 2. And once you've explained it, then they can go deeper with this to give them an opportunity. So may I get 2 volunteers who would like to demonstrate what's not wrong with your life? And we'll see how this works for the group and get the back and forth. John's going to play and Susan's going to play. Wonderful. I'll time for you, and you could, if you're in your group, you would time yourself. But because I'm here, I'm just facilitating. What I'm going to have you do is Susan, you're going to ask first for 30 seconds, and John, you're going to answer. And the instruction is that you simply ask the question. You don't add anything to it. You keep driving with it. And that gives John the opportunity to continue answer and exploring. Okay? So Susan, begin.
John, what's not wrong with your life?
I had a wonderful massage just before the session started today.
John, what's not wrong with your life?
I've got a group of men friends that I've been part of a group, a men's group team that's going to come across the Chesapeake Bay Bridge and visit me for a change for the first time in several years.
Hey, John, what's not wrong with your life?
I've got a very supportive wife who looks out for me when I need looking out for.
John, what's not wrong with your life?
It's just a beautiful day here in the Eastern Shore of Maryland with sun shining and all the leaves in full bloom and the flowers. It's wonderful.
Perfect. Well done. Now let's change roles. John, you're going to ask the question and Susan's going to answer. Okay. So, John, take it away.
Susan, what's not wrong with your life?
Discovering some of the miracles and magic that come from having a chronic disease.
Susan, what's not wrong with your life?
My puppy.
Susan, what's not wrong with your life?
That when my husband travels, it doesn't really matter what I make for dinner.
Susan, what's not wrong with your life?
You guys, this is a treat.
30 seconds. Wonderful. So what's the feeling first for you, John, when you were becoming the person who had to, come up with multiple things in gratitude? What was the feeling as you started to explore?
It became easier, actually. I sort of cheated a little bit, I guess, and then I used one that I use in the session as a starting point.
I
But-
appreciate you saying that because that's often what we do. It's a very human thing to pre-plan, and we understand that, and that's the reason to give people the space to go a little further.
Hmm.
And I appreciate that, John. And Susan, for you, what was the experience of going a little further?
What was the word John used? Free? It just relaxed. Everything just sort of softened around the edges, and whatever popped in is what popped out.
Yeah. So this is a common thing in improv. We talk about the difference between thinking and reacting, right? And improv really wants us to allow ourselves to react, to recognize we're enough. We don't need formal training to do this. It is inherent in who we are. We live our lives generally in a very thought-based world, and for many reasons, that really serves us well to be thinking. At the same time, if we don't recognize there are gut instinct and gut reactions and unexplored avenues of our minds and experiences, those can atrophy. And we want to allow those things to come forward, to recognize, wait a minute, my reactive self has some parts of myself that I really enjoy. And what's not wrong with our life, let's just bring those forward. Great job, everybody. So what's not wrong with your life? A game you can play as a group, a game you can play one-on-one by breaking people into twos like that, and a game you can even play solo. And I often recommend it when you're stuck in traffic. Try that then. What's not wrong with your life? Let us know what you think about that game.